members of the Board of Trustees, deans, faculty, family, friends, and fellow graduates. A special hello to my family who are just now learning that I am speaking today. Surprise. I feel honored to have the opportunity to speak to all of you today. This past summer, I found myself in the middle of a honeybee farm in northern Nicaragua. Adorned in a bright yellow beekeeper suit, I watched as my coworker took a wooden panel out of a hive to show me the honey encased within. She pointed out the queen bee, protected by her kingdom. I was awestruck. I was heat-struck. It was a day that may have never happened had I not been in the International Studies Master's Program here at USF. As a part of the program, I was required to complete an internship in my academic and geographic areas of interest. I was lucky enough to attain a position with Viviendas León, a nonprofit that helps the men and women of León, Nicaragua, start their own cooperatives. So in June, I flew to a country unknown to me outside of my research and my imagination. And for 2 months, I followed around the women of the Honeybee Cooperative. I learned about the work, about their families, and about their daily lives. For 2 months, I tried my best to speak a language I did not know. I stumbled through conversations with my host mother, and I got lost navigating the unmarked streets of town. Most of my time in Nicaragua was a lesson in getting lost, and reflecting on my days with a sense of humility and surrender that often escapes me here in San Francisco. My internship in León marked the culmination of 2 prior semesters in the International Studies program. During these months, my classmates and I debated Marxist theory. We worried over midterms, and we pulled our fair share of all-nighters. We argued, we cried, and we laughed. We laughed a lot. Although we hail from over 10 countries spanning 5 continents, we found that humor transcends so many of our differences, and it is often the bridge to shared understanding. Laughter mixed with music, a little bit of salsa dancing, and a lot of storytelling were the ways that we got through even our most challenging weeks, academically and personally. In class, I was humbled by my colleagues' experiences and insights. There was Patrick, who had been working with former child soldiers in Kenya. There was Dana, who had helped undocumented men and women in Oakland find work. There was Veronica, who was a project manager for nonprofits in Colombia. Brendan, who had served over 15 years in the U.S. Coast Guard. I watched as they and my other peers took risks, voicing their political and religious beliefs, even when they were contrary to those of others. Witnessing these moments motivated me to jump into the unknown. And this jump led me to the fields of León, Nicaragua, and ultimately in front of you here today. Now here we all are, our internships behind us, our theses written. What risks will we take next? Our careers will surely diverge, and we may always live oceans away, but we will continue to carry our experiences as master's students with us. What have we learned about ourselves in the past 16 months? What friendships have we formed that we will be able to call upon when we need them the most? What courage will we tap into from our time at home and abroad, confronting what seem like unsolvable issues? Is it possible, as the USF slogan challenges us, to, quote, change the world from here? I believe it is, but I am still working on how that change is realized. One thing I know for certain is that the roots of change are in our shared experiences. Change happens when we listen before we act, when we try our hardest to put ourselves in the shoes of others, and when we view each situation through a lens of humility and compassion. How will change begin for you after USF?